Is this thing on?
We're live. No, we're live. We're live. We're live.
5, 3, it says live.
That's up. Oh, I'm Dave.
Hi, I'm AlyCat.
And you're live. Most 2015.
That's 2015.
All right. Starfest is one of the older, not the oldest, but one of the older conventions here in the Denver area. They're moving away from me or something. But actually, it's 1977, actually.
1977.
And actually, StarCon was in September. And later on, they brought Starfest in spring. And that was kind of cool. First convention I was here in 19. That was my first convention ever. I was 12.
Was that the same? Or was that a
89 and the entire weekend, and it was really such a nice guy. So yeah, on the cheek, and
cosplayer that she's going to talk?
seed the floor. Seed.
Well, let's walk way over here. Come with me.
Hello there. Hi. So, is this your first Starfest?
Get closer so
That would not be correct. As it turns out, last year was my first con going to in general. So this year actually counts as my anniversary to going in general. So yes, I've been to Starfest twice, counting today.
So you've returned.
Yes, of course. Yes. Sarcasm, I love it.
So, as a part of Rocky Mountain Geek Tank, all of us are geeky about something. What is it that you are geeky?
You just like it turns out, so I was making this, picking the tons, picking favorite children. Okay, so yeah, most British literature in general, and there I mentioned about anime, and there's a lot of things that would already be generic.
Well, it does sound very. I mean, Lord of the Rings is definitely a very good series to be into. There's so many awesome things, and definitely, I'm sure coming to Starfest here, you're going to see a lot of stuff related to Lord of the Rings.
You can count on that. As soon as the first time I walked in here, I was just astounded by all the surroundings understanding. Yeah, so
it's really great how conventions can do that. It makes
I
everything
know.
feel at home.
Yes, it's wonderful when your surroundings reflect you. Yes. So it's been troublesome to not want to buy everything and such. Yes, the greed factor comes into here.
Very nice. All right. Well, thank you very much for interviewing with us.
Of course.
And
I'm the best interviewer.
Well, thank you. All right. We're going to keep going.
We found.
I'm not an alien myself. Really, I'm a fan.
We found some very interesting aliens.
Our first window that we found on a day ago. Yeah. Let's see if we can. Welcome to the show. Are you having a lot of fun?
I definitely remember that.
Language from the
No.
really good at communicating. So much. I never had this interview. Atrium, where there's lots of costume. All these I'll be hiding now that we're going to walk. I'm going to try to walk very slow.
Is there a way to reverse this? Hard to do.
Shaky camp. But to move to the atrium. Yum, yum, yum. Yum.
Can you give us like 20 minutes? Sure. Okay, well, we're happy to talk to you. Give us a second to put down all of this stuff. Awesome.
Hair. But that's neither here nor there.
Represents the largest multiple. CXL or D.
Really?
So hi. So is this your first Starfest convention?
No, it's actually my third.
Third. All right. So do you
Flavor of love, so yeah, I'm kind of all about it. I give you your
cosplaying Wolverine?
someone actually made a joke about me looking like Wolverine. I had a full beard at the time for no reason. My buddies at work. And so I said no, but I could probably do that. I did it. And then I went to DCC.
It's interesting how that got in some certain characters because people so it's kind of interesting how it's a similar experience. Do you typically enjoy the Starfest convention? Yes.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, Starfest seems to be much of a some of the kids.
Oh, very nice.
So I like yeah.
Very much for letting us.
Now, moving on to the atrium. We're lost, man. Where did she go? I don't know. This actually, it's easy to lose people here in this area. Well, we're going to restart.
Dude, I might want to put it in the.
Let's go over here, and we're gonna take. Pardon me. Agent. So we're going to take things down a few notches. We're going to get low key. Let Allison do.
Did it take?
This is about 9 months worth of work. It's all hand stitched plates, which are hand riveted. Layers. The plates are
Yes. Yes. Yes, we're good. We're good. We're good. Is that you, Kev? Excellent. Okay, well, Kevin, this is working, I think. I think we're actually... Oh, no. Whoa. We're back. We're back and still broadcasting from Starfest 2015. And we have some fascinating stuff. We're waiting for Troy. There's Troy. We can see Troy. And here comes...
We got a special guest. I know that my family member, Rebecca, will like this because it's one of her favorite people. We've got Captain Jack Sparrow.
He will be
way
here
over there
in a couple minutes.
He's combobulating himself, right?
Yes.
So what was your first convention?
My first convention was Non-DeskCon, which is an anime convention. And the first year that I went was in 2004, I believe.
It's not a pop quiz, so you're not going to get it wrong. Cool. And you didn't cosplay for that one, or did you cosplay for that one?
That year, I did not cosplay because I did not know what cosplay was. So I showed up with some friends in regular clothes, and I literally saw a bunch of my favorite characters, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a thing, you can do this, because I loved dressing in costumes, and that's what started it. So
Nice. Yeah, cosplay is like Halloween whenever you want.
exactly.
Cool. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure my first convention was RiverCon, which was back in, I want to say, roughly 81, 82 might have been the first time I went. And my brother was huge into sci-fi, and it was a science fiction convention. And I didn't have any favorite characters to cosplay as, but I liked costumes. And so usually I just throw a bunch of hodgepodge stuff on and not be anybody, but just because I could dress out of the norm, which I always thought was a lot of fun.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, I battle with being a character that I look like or the character that I like. So it's hard because sometimes, you want to look more like the character, or sometimes you just have passion for the character and you want to decide.
I was concerned about what was going on behind us, if it was TV appropriate. We have a trooper.
We definitely have a stormtrooper.
So when was your first convention? You can write to us and tell us about it at Rocky Mountain. Questions at RockyMountain.com.
Rocky Mountain. No.
Whoa.
Questions at Rocky Mountain Geek Tank.
Hang on.
Questions at RockyMountainGeekTank.com. Questions at RockyMountainGeekTank.com. Questions at RockyMountainGeekTank.com.
Look behind you.
Much better. Okay.
Hello. So I actually have two friends of mine here right now, Laura and Jesse, and they're both cosplayers and models. And so I wanted to ask you guys, is this your first Starfest?
No, I've been to probably 5 of them. 5 or 6 times. I've been going for a while.
Number 2 year.
Great. So, and do you guys like the atmosphere here?
I love it. It's probably one of my favorite conventions. It's not so big like DCC where you just feel like you have ADD the whole day from one thing to another and meeting people, and then you have 2 seconds to talk to them before you're getting dragged in another convention. Here you get a chance to socialize a bit more, and I like that aspect of it. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, what keeps you guys coming to Starfest? What is it that you like about the convention?
I just like getting to hang out with all my friends and dress up in geeky costumes. That's my favorite part.
I like that it's big, but it's not so big that there's no social aspect. You can, like you said, you can get to know your friends a little better and make new ones.
All right, so I'm going to put you guys on the spot a little bit.
All right.
So what is your next upcoming costume project?
X-Men.
X-Men, yeah.
Colossus, and then I'm going to do Shadowcats.
Ah, very nice. That's very good. Duo for you guys. I think you guys really look like the part. Did you guys pick it because you think you look like the characters, or because you like the characters?
He's been wanting to do Colossus for a while, and Shadowcat and Colossus are together in some comics, so it seemed like a good fit. She also looks a little like me.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah. So it seems like it fit our appearances and it works in a couple aspects.
Nice. All right, so we are a part of Rocky Mountain Geek Team, so I will ask you, what are you geeky about?
What am I geeky about? Harry Potter, anything Whedon related, Buffy, Firefly. I like video games, JRPGs mostly, but I also like Oblivion, Skyrim, bunch of other video games, primarily RPGs.
Yeah, I'm a comic book nerd, and I love video games too much.
All right, well, thank you so much for letting us interview you. All right.
Okay.
So,
So, what to do now? Well, we tried walking around and we lost connections. So we're going to try to walk around again and see if we can keep connections. There's a whole other floor to this crazy geekiness where they play games and do other things. So let's roll that direction, and we'll try to lose you. You know, it'll be like a game of tag, kind of. We'll see if you can keep up walking through the hallway. So we're going to try to make it to the stairs, and up the stairs, and if we get distracted with someone, then we'll...
about bars at the post office. But yeah, like I used to play the MMA team. I used to be
So, lost his license. So over here, there's video games.
Always interesting. Look at those video games. Look at those alien machines. Those are scary alien machines.
And onward and forward. This is what I've never seen. We're filming live. Would you like to be on YouTube? Okay. I'll take this one.
I was gonna say, this is the dark area.
Right.
Oh, look at all the fireflies on you.
Ah! It's wasn't that
You're
one of
deep.
the X-Files? Wasn't that a thing on X-Files?
Yeah, well, this is the teleporter beam.
Oh, so I'm Troy. We're with Rocky Mountain Geek Tank, broadcasting live on YouTube. Hopefully, it hasn't shut down.
Hasn't. We're still broadcasting.
So it's good. I know about Bridge Simulator, but these guys might not. Please tell them about it.
Well, it's basically you have 6 people, one's the captain, and then the engineering consoles, the science console, and all the other consoles that help out piloting the spaceship. So
Each person has their own specific job that they're supposed to do to make sure the ship runs well.
now the captain, doesn't have a console, but he could, bark orders or drink beer, whatever you want to do.
A little of both.
Right.
Bark beer, drink orders.
Yeah.
I think this
Eat
is
chips.
Yeah.
I think this is really cool. I could see how a lot of people who are not a team play will ramble and jump out for them, but being old school Star Trek, and that this is a dream come true for people of us that like to do teamwork.
Right. I think it's okay. We're part of the Monster Machine Computers promoting them, or not promoting them.
And we're back. We're back. We're back.
Thanks again.
Thank you again.
Oh, okay.
Lights.
It's.
Oh, okay, sorry. What?
Is the photo done?
Okay.
Living room?
I'm just finding a spot.
You just need to. I know. I have
Great, thank you.
So as you can see, these are very popular characters. They get stopped a lot for photos. I wanted to ask you guys, is this your first Starfest convention?
No, we've been going for quite a few years now, all of us. So, yeah.
So what are the characters that you're cosplaying?
I'm Zarina from the Tinkerbell movies, the Pirate Fairy.
I'm Vidya, also from the Tinkerbell movies.
And I'm Tinkerbell. Hello.
So how did you guys pick the characters that you wanted to cosplay today?
Kendra. Well, okay, so I started this, like I did it last year, and I watched the movie and I instantly related to the character. She asks too many questions. She does what she's not supposed to do. So I fell in love with her and I made the costume for her, and then I dragged this one along with me, and so Natty too, but she's not in Rosetta right now.
I was Rosetta, but I got tired.
But yeah,
Very nice. So what did it take to make your costumes?
Lots and lots of trial and error. The skirt is like ridiculously hard to make. It was a lot of guessing on that part. But for the rest of it, it wasn't too bad. The wings are very tedious. Other than that, it's just a lot of sewing, a lot of time, and creativity.
Being a Tinkerbell cosplayer myself, I know wings are probably one of the hardest part about the costume. Would you say was the same for your costume?
Well, this is my second trial on wings. I've tried cellophane before, and I liked the idea, but wire works like cellophane. On these ones were definitely probably the challenge for this costume this time around, because I'm not very good with the glitter glue. Not a steady hand. But I think they turned out pretty well.
This is why you bribe your best friend so she'll make the dinner and she does it for you. And makes her entire costume. I said bribe for dinner. I know.
So you were the one who created this costume then?
I was, yes.
Would you like to talk about what it took to make this costume?
Well, all I really did was I made the vest, which I found a pattern at Joann's, and then I just kind of modified it and added snap buttons instead of what they had for it. Then took out a few things and I tailored it to her size, and then I made the wings as well. Well, Kendra did the wire form for them, and then I did everything else.
Very nice. So, being a part of Rocky Mountain Geek Tank, I'd like to ask, what are you geeky about?
I am geeky about everything. Anything that somebody gets called me a nerd for liking, yeah, I like it. So, pretty much good.
About the same, yeah. Most geeky things. About the same. I love everything. My current obsession is pop figures, so.
I didn't realize there was going to be an interview. I'll be honest. I love everything Disney. I love everything Disney. So I'm a big, cartoon fan. So it's my main passion.
All right. Well, thank you very much for letting us interview you. Thank you.
What's the new fairy?
Thank you.
So we're going to continue.
Crystal, I'm gonna go down here.
Yeah, we saw Quinn's mom, and she told us that it was closed.
Cool.
Loki!
It's the registration area. And heading we are going up the stairs, around the, not up the stairs yet. Is right. As on Starfest.
Made it to the second floor.
We're now on the second floor.
We're carrying
A schedule.
for Saturday.
Sketch the
Things.
We're beginning. Looks like there's a lot of tabletop gaming primarily.
Gaming doesn't really.
We have a real problem with that under the
Gaming.
bunch.
So as you can see, this game comes with a hook.
I don't know. I think he's probably hooked on the game itself.
It's a legitimate copy too. It's not pirated. Now there's a video game over here. Last year's Conclave of Gamers.
Zen Pass.
Zen Pass. Let's go watch these very. Actually, let's watch them back here.
Yeah. Interesting. Zen Paths.
Another copy that way.
Look.
So
Out here.
The inspiration of your character, you said you were doing it for Mad Max. Did you see a character you liked, like this character off of that? Or did you just pull from the universe?
I pulled from a lot of universes, actually, including actual traditional stuff, because I've been getting Germanic culture back around the Roman time, since that is my heritage. I've been looking into that. Like, there's a bear pelt that I want $200. Beautiful bear pelt. Huntedly getting old. To take something out of that. From the Fallout universe as well. I love pulling from Mad Max. I'm gonna try and make, not as in like I have technology, but just traps that I found, like the skunk.
So here, would you, apocalypse were to all of a sudden happen right now, would you survive?
I have a lot of stuff in my car that would help me, so yes.
Oh, very good.
Part of this is actually learning how to put it. It's kind of fun to train and be ready for that sort of thing. That, and I got CERT training done, which is Civilian Emergency Response Training. So it's
Thank you very much for letting us interview you, and thank you.
Always nice talking.
See you around.
All right, well, we're coming up on the last 7 minutes of broadcast time, and Black Widow got carried off on the shoulders of somebody and then brained on the ceiling.
Yeah, I think we may have caught that on.
I don't know. So should we try to track her down? I think they've got places to go and crime to fight. So
Probably. That sounds reasonable. Let's just wander the rest of the length of this upstairs area.
Okay.
Because we're having, we just have just a few minutes left before we're done with our broadcast for the night. So, I mean, this is we got a maker bot in there. We're looking over here and trying to kind of look down the hallway and there's all kinds of stuff going on. So now we're looking at Allison. Hi, Allison.
Hi.
It's so nice having you here. Thank you so very much for all this.
Oh, sure.
This is because we necessarily aim the cameras at people we haven't asked permission to aim cameras at. So we have asked Allison permission to aim a camera at her.
Yay!
So we're aiming a camera at her.
So I was actually at Starfest all day today, and I did not look entirely like this. I debuted my Frozen Fever Elsa costume, which was a lot of work. And in another episode of Geek Tank, you will be able to see full coverage of every detail of how I created that costume. So that'll be
Awesome.
great.
Hey, I found something for us to look at. Flash Forge Creator. Let's go talk to the fella that.
Very bright in here all of a sudden.
I just let them know that there's like another pillow.
So, in case you've been living under a rock, there's this new technology where 3D. All about it.
Wow.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
So my name is Josh, and fiber tech. So what hot nozzle and it basically layer by layer creates an object, and so these are put into a 3D modeling program on the computer and then sent to the printer. And basically, I set it up, get everything running, and this starts doing the work. Depending on the size of the print and the density, between a few minutes and a few hours later, I have a completed object. So it's really awesome. These are just a few of the different things that I've printed for display. I had more earlier, but I sold some stuff. But the items, I can print up to the size of this plate here on this printer. So the little stuff is really neat. And then I can also do some bigger stuff. Like this is a bigger piece that I'm working on right now. This is a replica of the rail spike launcher from Fallout New Vegas. And this is actually 8 total pieces that I have welded together. And this one kind of came off earlier because we've been dropping it, throwing it around and stuff. But this is something that I am hoping to be able within the next year to print out in one piece.
Wow.
With a larger printer. So going from this, I also have what's called Rep Wrap right here, which is self-replicating. This is an open building. These run anywhere from $, typically, depending on the brand you get, the quality of parts and things like that. And this is kind of what you'll typically see in the 3D printing world, is Rep Wrap type machines, or you'll see the main brands like MakerBot and things like that. Really, there's over 1,000 different kinds of printers out there. They've been around for about 30 years. It's still a relatively new technology, but it's getting cheaper, getting higher quality as we go. And really, you'll see a lot more of this here in the upcoming future. 3D printing is pretty much, in my mind, the future of manufacturing. And so trillions of dollars that go into the Chinese economy, manufacturing plants, things like that, you'll see coming back into the UA printers, people's homes.
He says, Josh.
Josh.
Thank you so much, Josh. Really appreciate your time.
No problem. Thanks for stopping by. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
I was able to talk to you about it today.
Of course.
So
Point that out for all our Trekkie fans like
me. Those are awesome. They're probably screen accurate too. They look about the right size, man.
Go right ahead, yeah.
No, not edible.
Yeah, they're about the
should be
same.
pretty close.
They're pretty close. They are right on close there.
Cool. And I think that's bringing us right up to the end of our time of our
Yep.
rep.
We're about done.
So let's pass it off to the camera guy.
Yeah, we've been having tech, so
We will be playing tech. So thank you for your first time live on the show with us.
Yes, this is my first time.
So
and that's pretty much it, I think.
yeah. So next convention coming up is
I think we're actually going into DCC.
DCC would be next.
The end of May.
And we'll be doing more than one live broadcast there. So we'll absolutely be doing our live at 7 on Saturday as usual.
We'll be doing Friday and Sunday as well.
Friday and Sunday, and probably a couple a day, just because why not?
Yep. Starfest continues through tomorrow, along with Comic Fest, where I'll be actually having a table over there. So
He's just gonna get a table and
I'm just
stand
going to
there.
get a table and stand and just stare at people, and I'll make them uncomfortable.
Right. Or you can buy his comics.
But
It's like
mostly
Peanuts,
I'm just
but with
going
robots.
to make people uncomfortable until they buy my comic about robots.
Yeah. So well, thank you. I've been Troy.
What?
I've been Allison.
And I've been Guy.
Good night.
Good night.
No. It's his fault. It's his fault. It's his fault. It's always going to be. I want one that can print miniatures that are height and tail.